You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
For the news with the around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we are building news. Give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. Call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah. Voices down. Hi, yeah. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news with the around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we are building news. Give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. Call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news with the around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Stars them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah.
Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show on Liberty Online TV. Today, on the 27th of May, Wednesday, and a Muslim holiday. I don't call this holiday, did you?
Idul Adha or Idul Fitr?
So it's seven or Sabi like me.
Idul Adha.
Idul Adha, all right. So then they keep killing sheep and make sacrifices for the sinners.
Yes.
To like some of you holy. All right. My name is Alex Lawrence Kroma, and we will bring the program count on this morning.
Mina Khadija Bangura, good morning. I wish all the Muslim them out there happy Idul Adha, and we pray that God go answer on our prayers them this morning. Well, it's holiday today. We just want for Guna a different twist into the breakfast show, not to also for talk about politics, pressure at the country. Sometimes let we talk about some things when a development, and one of the growing pattern of development we don't they happen so far where a lot of people not only pay attention to now how people don't become prominent in society. Recently don't they go back na the schools that we make them, don't they go back na the secondary schools, form themselves into an association, even they contest elections just for develop their schools them. While some people don't they say then they lift the burden on government since not forthcoming, then they give back to them school them. So today they can look at 3 schools. I don't want to say prominent schools because Methodist Girls High School.
No, 3 prominent schools.
What are you saying?
Albert Academy. I don't know if Prince of was in the academy.
Well, today they look at look at 3 schools them where the public don't they see that they do very well in terms of developing their schools them. And recently they form executive, then go into elections, and they don't get people and now where they lead. They can look at waiting at them plan them for infrastructural development and how the executive them go work for make sure say they make the schools. Well, this morning we just get the newly elected president for All Edwardians Association, when Richard Hindolo Senesi, well, Commissioner Richard Hindolo Senesi, but today not they are in that capacity. They are in the capacity as the newly elected president for All Edwardian Association. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Alex. Good morning to the people of Sierra Leone. Good morning to the people of the world where they watch online. Eid Mubarak to you all.
Congratulations.
Accept with supplications
Amen.
and grant with mercy.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you very
understand,
much.
say you election are unopposed.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. And also, we get somebody again. If you don't follow him, especially when it comes to the Prince of Wales, he's very passionate about Prince of Wales. He don't then at the front line for ensure say, then develop their school for ensure say, then do things them we go make the school and the current people there where they attend the school just comfortable and get that kind of conducive learning environment. It don't have a different capacity them now the executive, and recently he be the president for the Old Prince Williams Association. Good morning, Suleiman Rahman Kamara.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, listeners and viewers. And I join me, brother, for wish the Muslim brothers and sisters happy Eid. And also congratulate Richard, our immediate neighbors. I don't want to say noisy, but very cordial neighbors on the election. I tell them just not say with the cross path. He's coming in and I'm heading out after 4 years.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can give me an account, so they can take stock of what you do 4 years, and in they can tell we what in they can do as president. Although himself don't day na the executive, we don't day around, but now we get the mantle of leadership in them, and they expect the newly elected president for the Albert Academy Association, and in the first female president, by the way, Zainab Ataya Bangura. We go join me later in the studio. Today, as we tell you, they can look at how the association they are don't form of the old people them then decide for come back na the school them, but then come back na in different capacity. We don't they see then they take the front line when it comes to significant celebration them within the all na the different schools them. Would they start with you, Richard? Firstly, what prompt you for going for the presidency of the Old Edwardian Association?
First of all, I want to thank members of the Old Edwardian Association for the confidence which they impose in me for make me president of the Old Edwardian Association. And one for tell God thank you too for making it happen. It was a smooth day. It was like a coronation. And with I come for realize now the fact that the school now don't decide for pay you back, because for quite a while, let's just make one correction. I'll not be doing at the alumni executive, but I'll be at the serve as chairman for the football club, of which the football club belongs to the Alumni Association. So with all the work then they had to work with the school, had to work with the executive, and which I come for realize also now the fact say you don't need for them at the front for work for your school or your alumni association. I've been supporting them even when I be there out of the country, and where I decide to come back home, I don't support it all through and through for the lead from the back. So I believe saying that just because of that make Edwardians then unanimously say, hey, it's high time you can at the front and see how best we can get things going. And I see this opportunity equally for thank Dr. Josephus Bremer, when the outgoing president and the executive, they don't do what they're supposed to do, on a stage. They don't reach, they don't perform their own performance now. They don't hand over to we, they don't hand over the baton to we, follow we self come and see how best we did play we own path. It's just that a lot need for be done. Yesterday we all we forced executive meeting because time not for waste. We want to make sure say we are up and running, we hit the ground running, and not for just talk the talk, we go for walk the walk also. So the task is very much Herculean, and there's a lot to be done because of the way situation they. But I mean, with God, we know say, and with the kind of mindset, that was why I made something very much clear during the campaign session that let Edwardians vote for them, candidate them. So that way you be held accountable in the event where for perform. So everybody very much enthusiastic. Yesterday we see executive members and they come up with various ideas, brilliant ideas, into ensuring that we left legacy way. Public foundation we can build, like I see yesterday at the opening remarks. It would be enough for put 10 story on top, not one way we successors then we'll come and say, but this foundation weak, you know, we'll come and rebuild that all over again. So far, so good. Now that would they look at, and I believe saying that make them decide for vote me in, for see how best we can continue for Musai, the former executive, or the soon to be former executive, left off.
You say you are executive one for hit the ground running. And yesterday when I get to our first executive meeting, we saw discuss wealth of ideas. What's the top priority in all of the things them we una want for candle?
When you go out there, like in Tom Maypack, you realize say for going inside Edwards compound, guys are like we don't rain last night. If you go there, you see what's out on settle. You know, you go for the low hanging fruit first, and we want for visibility for there. So what we don't decide now that immediately school closes down on the 17th of June, the 18th work they start on that compound day. Of course, we already get project for completing at the artificial turf way, the football executive and the outgoing all audience executive we don't start, and instead get time frame na part of for make sure say we complete them, and then we give the compound the facelift way it deserve. By the time they begin and come back September, and they begin to say, oh, you know, because to me, which are they look at that the fact say South are not going to expect me picking for Sidon, that the classroom are expect me picking for Sidon, other person picking up for Sidon there. So now this some of the things I know to put in place in terms of giving. First of all, start with the road from the entrance, come inside, and also we go to the classrooms and see how best to go for furnish them and give them facelift. Also, you see some of the doors them get. Yesterday we talked to some of my classmates them. I said, tell like them glass that I don't know what for the top of the school and then still they. You know, even with the teachers, we want to give them a conducive atmosphere for let them go for sit down at the staff room and make sure say. So the first 90 days, now the plan and some of the plans. And but in all of this, we have to put God first. You know, I'm strongly convinced that God don't put we there, and the God who they serve, now a very just God, and they give load when they for carry. So what we decide for do, we they go get blessing of the executive first. I mean, on the 7th, that they decide that St. Edward's Parish Kingdom, then go bless the executive quietly. Then from there we go, then at school day, we break bread and like a reunion kind of thing. Let audience and know say, hey, we all don't decide for work, we don't decide for come together, and then we'll go from there.
So what do they do in the area of standard? You know, since it was one school way plus minus, you know, say it don't produce people like Kona, you know, and our school way continue for pull good grades over the years. Now as an executive, what do I do for make Kona maintain it, hopefully improve on the standards in the area of the results on the pool?
First of all, like what I say, conducive learning atmosphere, you know, motivation for the good thing we have right now is the fact that both of the principals are Edwardians. So then for motivated, we're only accountable and responsible for the stewardship. Because if we know, if we not maintain, we got to go like further than what they do right now. We got to make sure say people like you guys, then school owner attend. I mean, we're not using neighbors then. They are small boys because you know they are just 100 and they're about to 101 years old this year, or they're already 101. Why should they defend 105? When they carry bobo, but we try to maintain. Say we continuously beat them at public exams, you know, because now that's get from regardless of any other thing. If we do always we do so, they will not perform by public exams. Then we have no business.
One Sunday, like we over the years, schools like Albar Academy, they're proud of every year over St. Edwards. When I get the infrastructure, we camp academic performance, so academy, grammar school, and of course, una neighbor and I always like can do better than una.
I don't know what they talk about.
They know now more for the good football.
When you they talk, never talk with facts, the data.
For most school league, don't I was named Kando.
Relax, Alex, relax. When you go back from days of Mr. Wise, for where Mr. Wise can take over, tell Mr. John can take over so as principal, Edwards they get at least 80 to 100% pass for university. When that big the vast majority of the boys where they sit Becker, they go back to the school. That tells you that they pass because they get a standard. You know, that tells you that they pass for go back to St. Edwards.
They do well, but we have for compare with academy.
Well, we have got for compare. We're not going to make a school first before I begin to talk to you. And we are not, all of us are not in this.
The new president will come.
No, when I go talk to about that, it's so sad for seeing a school. I mean, a couple of months ago for, you know, saying a Catholic, I don't get that. For
down a pilgrimage. That's all can give.
I was so sad. And the academicians that were right on me told I said, well, pardon, I'm not ashamed. I want to get Bokubu and this government too. Then just they talk no more for let them make una school and I will make another Boku talk. When I go back and make una school.
Oh, you don't talk so when I get photo for enter una company.
Yeah, now the entrance. I'm not going to lie about that because anybody pass
we get the project.
Una see get that una get Dotina in school.
Una get the project.
Una get dilapidated buildings. No, you don't want to go there. Man, come on now. So let me concentrate per way to Campanaya and then we can go from there.
I bring this to the president for Prince of Wales. In the 4 years, I shall say, and get a feel of what they talk about. Standards. Now, one way, don't they go up gradually? Now, the school STEM. But firstly, let we go into stewardship. 4 years. What are your major highlights in terms of development?
Oh, thank you. In 2022, after I done serve for 7 years as General Secretary of the Old Prince William Association, I decided to step forward for be considered by fellow Prince Williams residents. I ran my campaign on a slogan, the Progressive Revolution. And in my thought process, I say there are a few things I want to achieve. Firstly, make the Old Prince Williams Association fashionable and attractive. Also, bring back lost glory, whether it's in academics or in sports or in just the aesthetic of a school. That was what I set out for doing. But I turned president at a time where we will be closing on the centenary celebrations. We mean say we'll be also charged with responsibility for hold the centenary celebrations we Salon not ever see, and it will take a very long time for the Salon see and back. But at that time when I start as president, maybe executive, we were lucky also for don't get a new board of governors really come into work. So we first task now before we establish a cordial working relationship with the board, led by Dr. Ekonel Gilpin as chairman. We set out to say we cannot continue Prince of Wales School for day with the 1-2 shifts, morning and afternoon shift. We say not possible. We need to do something. I became president in May. By the time we went to September for the school open, together with the board, we don't work assiduously for ensure say Prince of Wales School go back to a single shift. That was our first achievement. Because as my brother Richard would say, whatever infrastructure we do, whatever lifestyle we do, whatever hype we create, if you're not reflective on the standards of the school, then we're not doing what we should do. And we all can say over time, the standards now, many schools don't drop. And Prince of Wales School, not to an exception. We cognizance of the fact that we are not happy with Usai School Day. And we want to take them to Usai is supposed for day. Because we keep on moving forward. Then we come into the centenary celebrations. We decide to say, okay, how people, how the boys, how Prince Williams, how Sierra Leone for a member Prince of Wales School at 100. We set up very vibrant celebrations committee where include all the diaspora chapters, and that committee be headed by the Right Honorable Justice Reginald Esfin. We come to work. We say we need for left a legacy for 100 years. What's in our legacy will be left? We look at three things in the school. One, we know say Prince of Wales School is synonymous to brass band. And we don't get an aged band. So there's no way we step out on the streets of Freetown with the country band not doing the way it's supposed to. So we decide to say, we're going to get a complete overhaul of the band with new sets of instruments. It's 100 years, we'll have 100 sets of brand new instruments. We also look, say, with school, even though we don't be blessed with the education sector school project we then they call Badia, but it not be the go with the kind pace will be say go make the school look to one for left fiber like for meet up with celebrations. So we decide to say the major roads then our school we get for gear and uplift. So one part we do interlocking blocks, the other part we do quota. So now if you go the issue where my brother they try for fix, I think yeah some practical advice because we've done it, right? And then we look and say again, apart from academic, apart from music, what else Prince of Wales School is known for? It's sport. We say, okay, based on all what we get for do and funds, we'll not be feasted we get the rank for challenge we pitch, we field one of the largest way any school can get in a salon. It was too much for us to handle at the time. We said, okay, let's build a sports complex, a multi-sports complex. We got this, we get 1,000 people seated, all covered stands. It also can be an avenue for we voice them for either do the prize giving, we then get them L&DS, or in this day and age where they say innovation, technology, then go there, then get space so that we will come and display their talent. So in the space of 6 months, we construct a multi-sports complex with 1,000 seating capacity. I'm not saying other school not doing it, but if it's easy,
Let them do it.
Yeah. And I must say, this is also it shows the passion of Prince Williams. When we turned the sword in October 1st, 2024. Honestly, we did not have a penny. But we believe, say, we get for Duam, and we must do one for meet up April 6th. So October to April, day and night. There are times we did the Prince of Wales School from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock the next morning. Working with our contractors for ensure we deliver. But then at the end of the day, we say, okay, our boys, what are we going to give to our boys? We then go remember. Some probably we go back in history when we celebrated our 75th. At the end of the day, the old boys in Canning give you all magazines. We celebrate with 90th, 95th, sorry, no 90th Ebola came inside. We know we make our job. You know, for the boys then. Now it's okay. This is centenary. We get a new logo for the centenary celebrations. But we do properly made ties for our boys, right? So it's a school of a population of close to 2,700 boys. We ensure every boy in the school walk away with a centenary tie. So in a nutshell, we don't try for put the thing. And lastly, I talk about standards being our main objective. We also realize one of the biggest issues many schools to face, Prince of Wales School inclusive, is the fact that, as they normally can say, two captains or the run, one ship or one boat. Most schools, or every other school apart from very few, maybe the Sierra Leone school being exempted, gets two principals, two administrations. Say junior school principal, senior school principal. You get to the school, something they go wrong. You ask one principal, he will say, "No, to me, your responsibility as a principal." We got to the point, Prince of Wales School, where teachers they were assigned to junior school go see boys within senior school, they go out of order. They can't reprimand them because not to me school. We will get resources in a junior school, say teachers, for example, but they teach maths. We can teach SS1, SS2 maths in senior school. Say senior school maths teacher maybe sick or bereaved. We are going to get them for come over for say can't compliment because no, me na junior school employ me for. So last year for us we started a process where we get a harmonized work plan for the school, where we say now one good staff we get. Despite we get two principals, we'll get one staff. So we get a harmonized timetable. We see we say we get for piggy bank from here, cancel. But we realize that that's not enough. So we approach the board as an association, say, this is our suggestion. Can we talk to the Ministry of Education when they own the school for say, Prince of Wales School, we badly need to go to a single administration. The board owner leadership of Dr. Gilpin and the rest of the board members said, this is a good idea. Let's approach the ministry and TSE. They are welcoming of the suggestion. We put up a program we call the Single Administrative System Strategy. For begin to do certain things then from last year, for moves, okay, let's begin prepare the school towards a single administration. The ministry give you benchmarks then for meet. What's costs? You get cost implication. We the old boys come in and say, we go do what we get for do. And I'm glad for report say after all this period, the ministry approve, say we don't do what we're supposed to do. And then give the go ahead for say, you guys can go ahead and appoint a single principal. Saturday coming, we do the interview for the single principal. So we go back to that house, we get one principal for Prince of Wales School. We'll have one principal, and because of the number of the size of the school, we'll get two vice principals. But we're going back to that single administration. So that's a major feat as Prince Williams working closely with the board. We didn't make sure say it come to reality.
With all this achievement we don't outline under your tenure, where it can performance, especially in a public exams, also you go position Prince of Wales currently?
We are not in a space where I will proudly say, this is my Prince of Wales School. Right? That's why we do work. And when I talk about putting this strategy in place, part of the components of that, and for make sure see, we set KPIs for teachers then. Every month, we review your KPI. If you meet the benchmark, you go home with one bag of rice. We've been doing this for the last many months. And just say, we know it's not something we will continue in forever, but when just say we want to make it be part of the cultural mindset of teachers for say performance is key. Because we're not happy where we are. We last make a result, not speak to the century of excellence we will be the celebrate, right? So we want for ensure say, now, we can go back to a system who say, would they begin track performance of a picking them from GSS1? So if you get to GSS2, we see say 10% of the boys they struggle in maths. If we're able to step in there and say, what do we need? We need for out other Prince them way inclined in mathematics for come back and help out, like the media classes. We cannot wait till we get to the examination classes and say, oh, we boys not perform well, right? So we want to begin track them from GSS1 moving forward. So standards, we're struggling, I must admit.
I want to take you back from before you take this position. Also, you meet Prince of Wales to this stage now with all his achievements. Because the reason why I ask, if you left, if it's everything we don't do, go back. But let's start with how you will meet Prince of Wales, how you will meet the association to this stage.
Well, again, we all learning at this country. We don't see maybe 10 years ago, both school, now the only school that we could see, it would draw a crowd of the alumni there, you understand? I'm coming, sir. In terms of people showing interest in alumni associations, right? When I took up, you remember I say I ran my campaign on progressive revolution for make the association attractive. Means say I want to make any way that many Prince Williams within us, with the salon, with the oversee, get interest back in the school. I become general secretary in 2015. I run the secretariat for 7 years. We get to an AGM. We get maybe 30 people turning up for AGM. We get Thanksgiving there. We're all in a free here. We see Thanksgiving there. Apart from the round celebrations, them, right? How many people will turn up on a daily basis for camp meetings, for camp these celebrations, right? So that's the point I'm making. So it was a difficult period for the association, like many other associations. But then my predecessors, them, we don't lay foundation, right? On which I can build upon. I'm able to achieve all within I wish for in my head, right? But obviously, a structure has been left. Anybody we come, they will build on that because it's a continuous process. Times to change. Now, for example, you talk about Husai Budi, and I talk about the traction towards or the affinity for alumni associations, right? 4 years ago, we also come together in Afritongia, 16 schools. We form what we call the Confederation of Ex-People's Association, CPAS, right? We can with all the schools that will be interested at the time. We get viable alumni association. They come together and say, you know what? We're all in this business. We can't do it all by ourselves. The problem they face, now the same Edwards they face. Maybe Edwards don't get way for solving. If we interact with St. Edwards, we'll be able to learn from them. Now, Bishop Johnson on for Baywood go hold an event in the school. You go see people from the Sierra Leone Grammar School, collegiate, Prince of Wales, who all day there till almost o'clock. Many years ago, we don't even know if Bishop Johnson they do an event. We don't even know if St. Edwards they do an event, right? Because we not be get that kind of platform. So that's another thing where we don't build on where whoever takes over me, each year they don't come in, they also go build on that and take them to a different level. So it's a continuous process. But I'm very thankful to me predecessors them because my inspiration for join the association and be active, but not for the fact that somebody coming going to the school and they say we get some program, and I see the president there. He's an older, was an older man. He won up and down. They do so. Let me hear that be like, if this my own me, boy, I know me to school safe. Ebu yagba so for in school. Why me a young person? Not for do the same. From that moment, I say I'm giving my service to the school.
All right, I'll come back to Richard because
That's why all I want to tell you memories. For all these good we don't talk about the celebration we organize. Because for we at another academy, on academy we go. And then I don't go to schools. Like the school people, you know. Oh, we remember when I was sitting on a Jewagon celebration and we get. But again, what's not one thing they remember see this celebration and this one. Well, I don't know if you can try because I can do
It's with celebrations. What's the issue? See, we go back to the tenets on.
Not to them be one bring lion.
We go back to the tenets of waiting the school be formed on. You understand? The schools before us, whether it's St. Edward's, Albert Academy, Methodist Boys High School, Alumni Grammar School, they all be built on particular pillar. One a Catholic school, one a Methodist school, one a Anglican school. Prince of Wales School was the first school established by government for cater for everybody in the country. Most school, they would say it was formed for the sons and nominees of chief. There was a caveat there. We open up the space. So when we turn out on April 6th, 2025, the pictures could speak for themselves, right? It showed Freetown came out for say, this school, government is making for you all. I want to see the crowd where that person go pull.
So waiting be up the lion will not come.
Well,
you not reach.
Well, definitely the lion not reach, right? And we all see the social media conversations, right?
That's not government stop now.
Well, there are safety issues there, right? Me being daytime job, I'm an environmentalist, right? So I look at all the other factors there, right? In as much as government not give you the go ahead, right? It would have been a difficult thing for us to come with a lion for competent
something of noise.
You see,
elephant.
When I reach Bank of Sierra Leone, it's made up wash cutting tree. For the first time, I believe, say the tree don't go back. Because the crowd will be the like say the tree don't big back. The first time we see Freetown, I don't remember say I will see myself.
Now able pull a kind crowd and Freetown.
If easy, how that's go on.
Albert Academy in 2004. You remember go on there.
Pictures and day. I'm not saying that. Right?
We'll start this in 2004.
No, pictures and day. I'm not going to. As I say, we all learn from each other, right? We may have watched what Edwards being the recent school we do centenary celebrations. We look at them very closely.
They're not matching.
Right? We don't learn from waiting and not doing. We Prince of Wales School. We not only do a Thanksgiving procession. Right? We had a sustained program of event. From our kickoff on May 10th, 2024 to the aftermath 2 weeks after April 6th, what we do. It was a sustained series of events. The last week leading to we celebrations. I feel like say Prince of Wales School, the compound I don't turn some kind like now carnival be get day, right? Let school tell me we make Thanksgiving now Freetown. We will keep people in the school till 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
And they enjoy. Richard, what are you bringing? It's like the stake high.
No, the stakes are not high.
So the man don't set the stake really high.
But we all know, say, everything with the happen now of recent times, when it comes to Alumni Association, stems from St. Edward's. Now we celebrate 100 years at this country, make everybody they fit now they will celebrate. The activities, the programs will be get lined up back in 2022. Of course, like what they say, it was good that he said that. You know, I like him because I might talk to. Then we send team where they go copy from the things that we do during we centenary celebration. The only sad part, I got to touch on some of the things that we say we blow my mind. To be honest, I am for commend them on a very serious note. You know, now my brother, I know say don't say, and some of we support them in all aspects for make sure say it succeed because. Now we neighbor them, now small boys them, and above all, men get personal relationship. But on a very serious note, we all forward sit inside and no say, and people already listen and watch online no say, not Edwards cause all the problem they happen so because not up and bad, because of the standards they will set for centenary, the activities of program will lined up, starting from the back to school. You know, where everybody just can out and be the kapu they run away with them. You know, among other things, the way we plan with Thanksgiving, among other. But you they talk about crowd. Would I go for poor crowd which center was at this country?
That's
your opinion. We're not going to sit down now for beginning. I mean, most of the things that the programs that they organize have been flop. The count to carry born, nearly born. We also go put up by the guys in the come on, they're not copy better from we. I mean, they go do them kinds and they go with Mosca and we nearly catch fire. That problem, people that for them, if Mosca for born, other people, they for don't get massive accidents, God forbid. You know, so
they not do their homework well.
No, they not do everything they're supposed to do well. But I commend them, to be honest with you. Now come back to some of the achievements that we talk about. One of the things we actually, when they talk at a smile, we got to go and learn from them, to be honest with you. Yesterday, we discussed about this administration at the school. The one school they facing at two schools inside one school. And that will affect the schooling performance on a very serious note. Extensively, we discussed that yesterday. The only thing where I don't know how best to go for reach, like I say, we will go back to them and tell them like we will copy from them, we will borrow a leaflet from the book for let's tell you how they come about, you know, to send in the issue now Saturday and we interview for one principle. But we take one step at a time. But we don't decide for hold a meeting with the two principals and then the entire staff. Because it just, well, I think that some of that things that affect the country like today. What would they go up? My neighbor guide for beating at the court, I know they do right. Then tell them they say it takes a village to raise a child. Now, how can you have St. Edward's as a school? The teacher and SSS don't guide for discipline the students and GSS. Yes. It's sad. So we can for really put food and down. Now, one of the things that we can for make the school perform the way it's supposed to perform. We talk about that thing, KPIs and teachers' motivation. That thing we don't do long time ago. We don't go teachers and rest and other things. The ministers they go with the SIDOM and talk to teachers. They also they get issues personally with they solve some of them problems. So that not going to be issue. But what's the most important thing here now that we have to meet with those teachers and tell them, you know, say, hey, look here. Like what they say, we already get an audience the way they teach at the school, of course. And even to this Saturday, and audience they don't talk say, do I not get the requisite educational qualifications? Say, like what they say, they're going to come around. You know the wait stay 1 week or 2 weeks to public exam. You begin can say we can do it together for do for let we, you know, for let we let the picking and perform better. It's hard for not to say like we say the piece of ways on those side and the dynamic talk say if you go back to the record and check the past 5 years we don't beat them by public exams. Both the Becker and the WAS. The record speaks for themselves. So we need to go into that day. But the point that they therefore make are they overemphasize say that's one of the key things that we got for do for make the school successful in terms of academic standards.
What do you go say can make una stand out whenever they do any celebration where they bring out the Maypac boys in una?
When a school
class? Of
course, we all know 17 a class. We go up now Albert Academy, so then in a court. You know, after Alumni Association election. Well, if you went to St. Edward's compound on Saturday, you realize that coronation and a record turnout we will not ever get, according to the Chief Electoral Commissioner, to me, in on the I don't be president for the association for 11 years, Dr. Mr. Jibril Sako, you go tell for your life, say, it did mention, say, they not ever get a kind turnout pan crowd for national elections of executive, you know, which speaks volume of the character of Edwardians. Because where we say we put on something, definitely everybody get into. Even diaspora, if you memory can serve you right. Last when you realize what happened, you come to the conclusion. Say last week, the election draw national attention all over this country, in fact, all over the world. Even with a lot, which branches the way then the UK and I chapter or the North America chapter, they want for know what's in the happen for because this particular executive that be make or break, because waiting them be able to say this for can take the school to a different level, more especially when they prepare for the 105 years. But we also see people then come out, people registered, and now waiting the CEC suggests how they go by. For let we make sure so we turn out into actual membership, not for just come for elections or whatever. Like when they say, send me don't reach that, we will go alumni meeting. We don't even get 50 members. But now we get strategies that we kind of put in place into ensuring that members come attend functions. They make them very interesting. Because the other thing, and the people are not going to sit down and tired and come on work or weekends, you get boring programs then, based on the programs that we try for outline and we will try for implement, go make sure say people them see and say very much attractive, and then they came for make the memberships well, and we get other things that they put in place. Based on you go to any part of the world, you just go to the website and do what you want for. You don't need for come and pay physically your money to
Yeah, that reminds me because somebody they ask me, they pay dues now Albar Academy. And me they ask question, wait, that in a secondary. How una plan for like get at the membership for make people not say me na old boy from the school. And they give me contribution and for support, for example, like the changes with Mr. Kamara and Duna Prince of Wales. So for like happen a money. How una don't plan for make sure say receive contribution and una for account to the membership.
So now one of the most important thing I saw you for say this, yeah. I'm not saying is happening at St. Edwards, but you realize it, and I know say I'm a man of integrity too. In fact, from what I know, the kind of money we spend personally by school, especially for this centenary and other things, then we don't even want to go there. But I can't realize most people, this is the apple na school and church them organization. Most people na this country we then the organization and they feel can make money out of them. But the devil is a liar. Those for all the audience association, we have to be accountable for our stewardship every single time. In fact, what me don't decide after the outgoing executive handover, and the handover to we with them what in terms of finances and we say we get for. See, we need to touch what didn't come with.
Because this is very important. So not the schools them where I cannot name names, where they come out and get a billions in a way of fundraising for the school. They at the end of the day, they again so many issues about misappropriation. They're not able for accounts for the funds there.
Under my own stewardship, that's in the old Edwardian Association, it's not going to forever happen. At the sit down here with confidence back at the talk one day. Because we already don't begin put mechanisms in place. Where then can they hand over to we, God willing? It's not like we continue. We need to go back. But we got to make sure say when we come for report to Edwardians, that so and so we get, that so and so then at the account, that so and so they hand over. For that, for tomorrow, they're not going to say Richard didn't know and say we don't eat the money where they come on. And why should they try now? Would they even avoid? For that, people then go and pay cash. Let people then go to hold cash. Part of the website where we do, you go one stop shop, click on something, we will take you to the bank. You pay Orange money, you pay Q money, you pay Afri money, you go send that directly to the bank. Then they generate receipt for you. And all of that. Then every time we go meeting, every month, we make sure that we give Edwardians the financial updates of the association. If they're not satisfied, they will get auditors. Not satisfied, we can count external auditors. Because if yesterday, sorry to say this, I mean close up, but tell executive members and say, anybody if you say can make money, let it turn him back. Not under my watch. It's not going to happen. So if you get personal problems, we'll say our best will come with up. We don't overtake. Person don't go the add and cash, then take and pay subscription or they contribute towards the school, they will not able to account for them. If you're not there, then they now the diaspora, then they get some of their issues and sometimes. And we go for communicate with them and make sure say we update them. Because if then they pay, some man they tell you say I want for pay direct to national subscription. But if the platform, if you never create the enabling environment for them for paying subscription, like what Alex they say, you get for try for pay your subscription, that gonna make you a part of right. You're not the part of the alumni association. But on a very serious note, we get all the mechanisms that they put in place. Because the most important thing, now for account for people money, not to your money. Not your money. You spend even the money so before they go fend for help for get projects and done at school, we account for them. You get to be accountable. You know, I begin to talk to people like Teto, like for instance, yesterday, the alumni association, now you get the football team. The football team began and play every day to be on loan. Then just got $150 from proceeds from selling and sell the player. So I told them, go and do press release immediately. Then the public knows that money don't come. Then we don't take una go deposit at the account. That money they for all Edwardians Football Club for maybe for taking care of salary and other things. Then I just one. Other one, I talked to my friend with the Holland. Talks to I'll give you guys $10,000 towards this project. I gave him the account, and then with the Swift, I get the Swift. I share I make sure I see the money at the account. Now the part of the project, Danny will use them for bill the players and hostel among other things, because we got for do two things. We got for bill toilet facility too for towards the SSS building. You know, so now all of them things, and you got to be accountable. May not go touch them, but equally back, the one way they in charge, let them make sure say we able account for them, because I not go dissociate myself from them because I'm the president now. You know, because I mean, I get for we say we that's president, you know, I too money.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so easy, so quick for the people point fingers. So you got to be careful how they handle people and finances. And one thing where you say, before you say one talk about this finance quick, they talk about shift system. St. Helens are the first government assisted school make out single shift at this country. It don't pass 10 years old. Not to now. Now one of the reasons to make we begin perform well in terms of academy. Because like what they say, at the beginning not going to go school till even 10 something, and go for take extra class and go down tired by the time they reach home and all of that. But on a very serious note, we get to be serious about what we want to do for our school. If you say they do them with all seriousness. Like what they say, my mind be so blown where he talk about that strategy they use for come to one principle, because you see that the part like then arrivals there, you know, and you know, not going to be so. We got to put to food them very, very down strong for make sure say we school now one school, not to one compound with two different schools, not to two different administration. The teacher with the JSS is supposed to for talk panel, but with the and if like we Prezo they say in the events we are in, you know, say this teacher good at math, right? Is supposed for day, the other teacher with the SSS came for canon for stepping issues. Let it do, because now one school. And that we got for really, really emphasize that was a very good point you made, and it was good that he able to, because a big achievement and a very big achievement. I have a continue for commend them. You know, you say one for talk something about that.
Yeah, so you know, when we talk about all these finances and schools and do fundraisers, them, you know, they get two aspects to them. One, we have public perception. And for some reason, Salon Society don't yield to the point that trust for one another don't go to an all-time low. Kadija they at the helm of something, and not even nothing Kadija they do. The next bit now for say, the thief money what they put together. When we do one with centenary celebrations, we had an open door financial policy. As Richard they talk about cashless thing, we ensure say not pay money to anybody. We have our banking app, we get free banking accounts, them, we get free mobile money platforms them. Every day when Prince William A go pay money inside your account, it is sent with the how you call them, the paying slip. We publish that paying slip now all the WhatsApp from them. We get people that they buy the band, for example. They say, okay, we're not interested in anything else we want to do. We want to contribute towards the band. We tell them, pay directly to the supplier and send me the receipt. We talk to the supplier, say, we'll get multiple streams of payments coming in, but we reconcile them. But the difficult thing where they happen when you raise funds for our alumni association, it's difficult when you're raising funds and you don't know what you want to use the money for. Because the problem is them boku now with school. Now we schools them, So if I get this, deep pocket, I get boku money, I get like with all these billions of loans. Every day I go to the school, I dey see why window pane don't broke. I want for fix them. By the time we do all that, the money don't go middle. And because now one half 15 we do, you know, they see the significant thing we don't be done. People will start asking, but we get 1 million euros today, but not what to do with them. Because we not be done conceive a project. Actually, see where we start for do we multi-complex. We did not have the money. We knew how much we needed to be a minimum. So with the work now for say now the money down there. We get 1 million today, it's going in there, right? By the time we're done, external auditors came in. The auditory. We present a report to the auditory report, present it to the AGM. Nobody not get a reason for question. Because even before the report they come out, if you're very particular about how much money come in, you go to calculate it down at the WhatsApp group. Because we get monthly reports, but every day anybody will pay penny with the publish them. If by choice you decide say you don't want to be named, we'll also publish the figure where you contribute, right? Without naming your name. But it's difficult for us with the head associations. I see a lot of conversation going on around, and I'm holding no brief for any other school. We're not going to account properly in the eyes of their membership because it's their right for request, right? But it tells us that we need to do more as alumni association. Richard gets an executive of maybe 10, 12 people for look after a membership of 3,000-4,000 people running the school, watching the school again, contributing, working close to with the proprietors, when at the Catholic Mission, government on the other hand, and co people them, and the board of governors, right? It's huge task on our shoulders. We cannot have people turning up after the fact. When we call meetings, show up, because that's where we go discuss what we need for do. As president, I know they discuss now WhatsApp group. What you for do? Because until that point, we side and change my constitution, tell me say WhatsApp forum, I can make a decision there and become binding. Yeah. I'm not having a conversation there. Come to my meetings. If you have ideas, bring them. Because with 10, 11, we don't get all the sense for solve all the problems. No. So when we raise funds, if you not get a pre-plan for that money, even your money you work every day. If you get a number, you don't buy for this one thing. Before you don't buy chop up this, you don't buy beer, so you don't buy soft drinks. So you're going to ask me, say, have you got 500 euros? How did you done? Because there was no plan for it. And that's the effect on schools. So my advice to me other alumni the already came is interest day in alumni associations. People, it's a vogue. People want for sure that I belong to this school. People want to put their money there, right? But before you go out raising these funds, ensure that you have a project that you want to implement with these funds. Because when money leader idle, but who have talk the camisai, but who talk the camisai, what you want for do, what you never remember for spend per. So that's just the angle I want for come from.
All right, let's come back to Richard. The area of discipline. Now, one way we see schools they don't tussle with. For example, I will get them. Then get this long-standing issue about dress code. Then recent one we see again on a Galston, St. Joseph Convent. They even go na courts. So how under this new executive we go bring in discipline, especially where it come in terms of the way the current people then they dress? Because if you go na the streets, especially out after school, Yusuf as old boy might not feel proud of how the boys then can behave na streets. And now UNACEF, the old people them don't come in with so much energy. How you go put in discipline in terms of the way them present themselves as Maypac boys?
That is a good one. First of all, anybody who really know me very well, they know see me in a post we are highly disciplined. I know I go play and laugh. Yeah, we are, and when necessary, but I need to go back on my words once I don't decide on something. And now one of the reason and they make probably like the audience are like, okay, you can at the 4. But let us see how best we go for. This past Thanksgiving 104, I know much. But we get videos, then we come with the show how the school boys then they dance in the street. You know, them really they out, some of them really they out of order. And they don't identify some of them now, they don't begin take actions against them. The other pictures that we can show say you get people we are old boys, you know, we the way they dress. So if I never foresee you as example and I go for do the right thing, you know, like what's it done as president of the Alumni Association, if Edwardians, current pupils of St. Edward Secondary School, they walk around and see how they misbehave, and then that means similar to example to them, and then I go for follow the right thing and go for do the right thing. So first of all, we go back to the school. We make sure so we retain. Give what kind for maintain the boys where they start from JSS1. Part of that because they don't get the foundation in terms of discipline. For them continue to SSS1, then they go make them way much more easier than a one way. Then we will carry ourselves. Now, to be honest with you, 105 Thanksgiving at the Siena publicly and a policy statement, but who Edwardians not get for much.
Why?
Because for about 3 months, I go for layout, they put out public notice. And first of all, the uniform. How you get for dress? Not to assure you they wear a uniform, it's called uniform for a purpose. Which I get for wearing that day. Now they expect say if should they be for fortunate for being an Edwardian, now the same uniform for wearing. You understand? So if you not go by my standard, that means you're out of uniform. You're out of ranks. That's what we say at the military. So we get forget people that we get for really, really the watch. Nobody don't go forget our old day. And even in terms of coming to meetings, like what they say, you know, because now other aspects of indiscipline. We don't realize it now, the school, yes, that's what we discussed too extensively. We get classes them with people that are so active at the classes and pass even the alumni association. So Monday then they now the class, now the class form no then they need to participate at the alumni association. They're not registered, they're the class where they register. So what you plan for do now for come with some of we get people that will visit the influential and then class group and they try for talk to them and see how best we do for turn that class membership into the national body. So you're not going to sit down no more in a class WhatsApp group. For instance, the lecture we hold at the class of 90s, right? With the talk there, plenty. In fact, these are the most active group right now. St. Edward School, class of 90s. With the talk, blah blah blah, with the people in the chat. But when we come for election day, I realize they will not reach 20 we register. So if maybe Abu Padam class and I'll see them for come vote for me, you know, they're not before show up because then I realized that just the WhatsApp group that they sit down and they talk, then you want to make policy, they want to change policy, then a WhatsApp group and come to the meetings. Let's end up based on that we can have meeting too. Now they will do for decide and make them decisions and they collectively. Me know they come for say, hey, Papa, we just say, but definitely if we decide say that 3 months, then they put them out as public notice.
Somebody take you in a court because they
no guy particular. First of all, now
St. Joseph.
I went to school with my Muslim brothers, right? And we all be there recite every day, Hail Mary and our Father. Yeah, not so because we don't kind of say God don't bless you, one for can change things them. Some of the schools there, they were founded on principles. Like for instance, it was a Catholic school, but they not say that Catholics don't want for attend it. The father they come with them found them school and they make sure that they open out for everybody. So, but they get the basic principles, then get it don't go off.
All right, welcome back. Apologies for the break day. On all know Edsa how they can behave, then just take them. But it's all man Edsa has centered words. Yes, Richard, you will talk about discipline.
Yes. So if you feel say you're not ready for, because these are basic things, and you dey lead by example. Not go say with they as executive, with they say for wear ceremonial uniform, two ceremonial. We not get sneakers, for instance, per uniform. When they say black shoes are black shoes and black socks. So and then they all we get for look at for level information so we get it right. And in the event where we not get it right, in fact me, we get for day in discussion. The last time I go on radio last week or so, I talk say if you not don't left school for 5 years, you know guys for join the alumni association, you know guys for match during Thanksgiving time. So maybe we will go back and see our best to negotiate, but we're gonna forget some laws we around down there. No, because what you do? Yes. I go disadvantage some people. We need for let you be mature enough for come to the alumni association.
So that 5 years, they'll say good day. If you want for take part in your school.
Then so you university, you depend on university, for instance, and get you can get Fabe College,
yes,
old audience. You go there, you tell for by the time you graduate, I believe you go to mature enough, you can join the alumni association. These are just one suggestion maker for make. So because I know guys for make that law, but I just if you left to me, we go to a meeting, I go make that suggestion. Then the entire membership approve them, then it becomes a law.
I believe part of the 115 for academy to try something like that for the Thanksgiving. You know, we don't try to check Astoria Street. Now one of them popular artists just come. Crowd, join the Thanksgiving, scatter. We get police. Police they know we ask themselves if they be try for like intervene, the Thanksgiving for be go somehow. So I want for manage more like this 105. The one don't know even they go meeting. Then believe they don't go ahead was just hang that necktie. Go the Thanksgiving. Try for misbehave at the back. I know get for Sidonaya and let out the strategy. But Alex, after that Thanksgiving, you come for realize say Richard didn't lose a cinema. Because the boys could always get a challenge.
Yeah, but in the event we are in, you put proper mechanisms in place. They know they do them. Because
so I don't want even affect you now.
Exactly. I know what between talk about. I've been there for 100 years. I've been there for 100 years. And I know, like what they say, right there, I know what they talk about. Yesterday, at the past, I come work at the one for good this executive meeting. I see one go put one of the school tied in my neck. They said, it took 29. I said, I don't can't see that. So, you know, if you know it's the tie, wait in my neck. You know, and we know say like what they say, people that can just grab them and put on them, you know they get proper uniform. Some man go they get maybe blue or cis and white, they put the necktie. Some man go that the necktie no more put. Okay, if you want to go support, then I support you. You don't get no right for can join the line. But me they continue for tell you say we don't start early the conversation. Anybody will not be up to the standards. Not going for join we line for match. Come 105.
We for see how I get for do.
All right, so that make because you know where you they plan. The next person they plan better than you. So if I can't sit on the accident and I say students will go for do for make sure say people them. But the only thing I know we got for give them enough time. I make we not mind for go 2-3 months at radio and TV and put out public notices. Even at the school, you know, forward or put out.
When they go to school, get people who call outlaw them.
Yes, definitely.
You they consider them, right?
Yeah, definitely. You don't say tell them that this country itself with them they say it was a rebel school. So them and then we don't maybe they go school then tell them they you know go talk say they're not to Edwardians them.
There is a situation now at Awoga where one member feel aggrieved or even interview and the last time say them pull them out of the line because of in kind tight to it be way. And it's still a battle with the Awoga Association for that issue there.
Because she was out of uniform. Uniform, maybe not be get the right uniform. Now make them pull on a line. So you see, so it comes from, it starts from us. The indiscipline they talk about, now we say safe. If we not try for fix some of them, then we need them for fix them up. You understand? So if we did then we get people that they don't hear that they know we not try for tell because you have to call things by their names. I say kill dog before dog, let dog don't say die day. If we don't talk, me at the start of my executive, I don't talk to the yesterday. We don't talk, we don't frank talk and tell them say we must be ready for own them project here. Anything we get for approve once they come from the executive and policy. And once we don't agree, we go for go buy them.
Because this experience one I guess so, it's more common with Albert Academy, St. Edwards, but it's not too common with grammar school. Principal, I don't know for principal. Now they get this challenge with old boys where you know one for obey, you know, who like for we were one of the commissioner be one maybe the part of the planning, even pull Teto, I didn't call him Rosary or so for old man get.
Yeah, it was that.
But these guys, you know, just walk. When they get in challenge and they not in school.
Well, as I said earlier, the challenges we want school face are not peculiar to them, right? Remember, in the first Thanksgiving where I presided over as president was in 2023, right? Prior to the year before, we learned from some things that we do. So we try to implement some few things moving forward. Like, for example, when we create a buffer from the last set of peoples, right? Where we get police officers and then we get ambulances at the back. Yeah. So we know say you get people who always can't join the line at the back and make their own noise. You understand? It's a difficult situation we face. Yeah, because as you say, with the academic situation, somebody come out in crowd, join into the line, right? At that time, you're constrained to do certain things because your action will be counterintuitive, right? You get to that point where you go spoil more than you make. You understand? So we try to engage with membership, right? Try to engage with membership. Try to make sure see those who want to be involved, right? We make them, a bit easy for them to involve, right? For example, when we were leading to the centenary celebrations, we realized see people don't buy blazers, people don't buy tie, people don't buy this, you understand? And we normal protocol, you get for pay you association dues before you pay you Thanksgiving dues, right? But we don't look see mine don't pay boko money. If you see for campaign dues and Thanksgiving fees, so man go pay and then go still go wear uniform and jump can't you understand? So we did a waiver for your association dues for that particular year. Just so we incorporate people lemon. But we know that will not be getting issues them. They happen, right? But at some point, it's just speaking to the minds of your membership, right? And make them understand, see, this is our school, this is our image. We're different from many other schools, as I say earlier. We are much more. We're not a faith-based school, if you like, right? That's why you could see we are one of the few schools then we hold Thanksgiving both in mosque and church on the same day, right? But we get to uniform, right? And we try as much as possible. If you not see this last few years we going to be green blazers, right? Traditionally now be the all white. We don't make that decision they for go to green blazers since 2015. This is not the first Thanksgiving we will get at least 95% compliance, right? Because people still feel like say, oh no, me I still get me white too. Now white too don't say what they do, right? Now white too don't use now white too. We it's a conversation, right? These are conversations where they happen, and I believe like say because we're a family as alumni. If you go Prince of Wales, I go say I'm Prince of Wales brother. You understand, right? If I call you my brother or my sister, we go Prince of Wales school then. If we able talk them in-house and find reasoning and reach a conclusion instead of coming out and treating all the at loggerheads, you understand? So we had issues. We had conversations around dress code, right? But we try for manager. as much as possible within house, right? I guess people will see videos, you will see one or two people who slightly they away from within now be the general dress code, you understand? But then at some point, some form of compromise need for being made, right? But then we're not for doing in-house for maintain the integrity and sanity of the school.
Which I don't talk about infrastructure. We see some schools and they build classrooms, some they build toll gates. Another bill, those kind of gates standing at Sykes Street. Tang gates. You executive in terms of infrastructure. Which you yourself will build a toll gate?
No, we don't. We always lead the people and we never do things that people had already do. You don't say we unique in we own. Like what I say inter earlier, we get the school, the building, the building where they host the school picking already, the two building them. We have to take a critical look at them and see how best we give them facelift. We get enough space at the school for carry the 55 per class we government say. We, as an alumni association, every year we battle with and they will say now 50. But if government, the Ministry of Education and TSC say now 55, we cannot say no. So, but we got to make sure that we maintain. We have to maintain that, and during the process of maintaining that, make sure that the picking get enough furniture at the classrooms them, and the learning atmosphere get to be conducive. Because like what I say entirely, I also didn't expect me picking for go sit down. Like I expect other person picking for go sit down. In this capacity, as national president of Old Edwardians Association. So we have to make sure say the basics where they need, where they go school, they know say na school. We look at the library, we look at the labs. Yesterday, they bring up, the vice president and other members have already go there, they don't take pictures and can present them to we will look at. So all that they need complete overall, serious facelift. Make sure we and come to standard. When they talk about say that in 1,000 capacity, some the city capacity, some 20 million, but if you handle STEM, we all know say the most recent STEM competition for secondary school that entered was Winam. The boys are they in the middle of even when I was not the president. We did for the boys and we did in preparation and for them go represent this country in Geneva, Switzerland. So that side we they fired, so therefore improve on what we get right now. So in terms of infrastructure, all of us we can build the only new building them or project we get for C, we get for right time if you go to school, you realize it then they work on the field, when they come with seasoned turf from the expert from Denmark. And they do that, and they then also we get for do because the one thing we need to take away is you cannot take away the football team from the school because at the only school we get representation as a Alumni Premier League. As they talk today, we get game.
So now your executive back still in charge of that?
Now the Premier League club belongs to the alumni because it belongs to so that the alumni association nine owner, and until date, I'm the chairman for the football club.
So
I know
the alumni association and the football club.
I'm the president over there, president-elect, I'm the chairman until we decide otherwise. Because one of the reasons we make us still want to hold on to them. Because if a lot they happen. Like feel extremely comfortable, then give me the power day for see how best I can continue and feel extremely comfortable for handover to somebody. Because not for just handover, not for handover sake. Systems and then structures and the place we get for maintain. And above all, I'm not going to shy for we hand over to person not ready for spending money. Football business at this country that money. To be honest with you, so we will get ways like we don't begin sell players. If we sell one or two, then it could be easy for the hand over the administrative aspect. That way then we'll continue like what they do right now, and then otherwise I concentrate full time on but we they go together. And we want to see it talk about band. We want to see how best we get a much more decent band for the instruments them. Because people don't spend beaucoup money per instrument. We don't have to let out what we plan for do 105 in terms of the band, because what we go on do it, we go for do back again, we go for cause problem in this country. People then go for come back and begin the, so all of them and they,
So let's say ready for give free advice.
Yeah, go watch
for the band.
No, go watch. So I missed that point earlier. I only talk about the instruments, right? If you go back to the Prince of Wales School, we not do only instruments for the band, right? In close collaboration with the leadership of the band, we also get a proper auditorium for the band, right? So inclusive of a hall, or if we get a library, we get an instrument room, we get a cafeteria. So it's a proper home for the band as well. So I think again, in line with what President Richard they say, that's also because you can't buy the instrument, spend so much money for buy the instrument, and you not get side for keep them. And one thing we did that part of Kingdom, the May Park down there, and we live very close to the sea, right? And this instrument, they are brass. So if you get interference, a lot of salt water, you not get side for keep them, then the wear and tear comes into play. So we go collaborate.
Right, Lord, just take some of the messages that we don't come from now. Amara Mana, they say that body the interest na farm, not the talk bokuna action people can see. AA above all. Who that know in know. Mystic Dwazak, they say Commissioner Indolo has been tremendous in transformation of St. Edward's Secondary School. I want to use this medium to congratulate him on his new role as president of All Edwardians Association. I am calling on Edwardians at home and abroad to support him and the new executive in ensuring a successful tenure through the various initiatives they will introduce. Wishing you and your executive all the best. All right. This K on Facebook, they say, I want to ask them old boys there if they're picking and they attending schools.
So just yesterday, I would like conversation with then decision them not to even get them make me picking my first boy now he can go secondary school. But I can tell him, Mama said, there is no way I can be president of All Edwardians Association. Then me picking at St. Edwards a big slap. We get people that in this country way. For instance, Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba. It's always in the beginning they come. In the beginning they said the outgoing president, Mr. Dr. Joseph Wema, in beginning St. Edwards. So because like what they say, the usually make they talk with you, they talk say classroom. I no go get class. I no go. South expect me picking for Sidom. And expect other person picking for Sidom. That make the learning atmosphere so conducive so much so that I have two boys. Both of them they go for attend St. Edwards.
Mr. Kamal.
Well, it will be my greatest, the greatest pride for me boy picking attend Prince of Wales School. I tell some of my friends them with some other schools with the Prince of Wales School that the one time I've been envious of other people, right? Is seeing my friends and then their son then they don their school uniform, right? Me boy picking all this salon. He come back sometime during centenary celebrations for a short while, and I take him to the Prince of Wales School. He loved it. We go to the school and then we get spots that day. Just a fun fact. We get spots and they tell me, see, there's no way they see that kind of field day. And you know one. So he asked me which house I be there. I said, Mina yellow house super force. He can't on the vehicle. I talk to somebody else. I don't see the young man. So you don't go. I see don't go na the field, don't go for Usa yellow house put there. He tell the teacher say in for car one. In charge asked, I say, but I know Sabi, you know the Prince of Wales School. He said, yes, I know the Prince of Wales School, but my daddy is the president of the whole Prince William Association. Right? Ever since, every time I talk to that boy, he talks about Prince of Wales School. I'm hoping and praying and wishing that one day I'll be honored for get me picking much alongside me the Prince of Wales School, being a Prince William as well.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. They can't talk to
The great Albaraka.
But before you cut me off, I want to say one last thing before I go. Two things. One, I want to tell thank you to government for the Badia project, right? But then we're not government speaking, but we also want to appeal to government for say it's been that long and the project's not reached for reach it. We want ask them please that Prince of Wales being the premier government school in Afriton, we deserve much more attention than that. And lastly, we don't talk here about alumni associations. And the reason for this program, if I can talk about with contribution, right? I think outside of main government apparatus, right? We are the largest local partners for enhanced the free quality education as alone. Our contribution to schools development is unrivaled, right? I think it's about time government and the ministry give alumni association more prominence. We should be part of the conversation for shape education as alone.
But that's why Bishop described all people them as strangers.
Well, that's a different conversation, right? But then our meaningful contribution towards schools development. Richard don't talk about what did they do, right? We not only they do what they do, we give scholarships. Many other schools they give scholarship. We are vested in the schools, right? You cannot talk about education, secondary school education, and not get the input from the alumni association, right? Yeah. Prince of Wales being a government school, government do what they do, but with contribution to the school, it's immense. It's immense. It's our pride, it's our passion, right? So when government is talking about education, when they are making these policies around education, I think it's about time they start calling us, the Alumni Association, to that table. We'll be part of that conversation. Because the things we know about our schools, the things we know about what's happening in the education sector, right, can be very much valuable to that conversation on shaping the future of education as alone. So those are my 2 points I wanted to make before I go.
If I can just piggyback from what I left off of, you know, like what they say, you know, first of all, for me correction, Alex, not to the bishop, say the alumni association, I guess, now being letter from the vicar general, but that has been resolved, you know, and we know say that not going to happen again.
So the vicar general don't withdraw statement.
Well, you don't see them, we don't resolve that a long time ago.
Yeah, we should call a stranger.
We should be called a meeting. Not to you call, you're not to Catholic.
I go to Catholic primary.
We're not to Catholic school, you know, but I mean,
I go to those primary.
Yes, na St. Joseph them they refer to at that time, you know, but we said not be taken lightly because we said as association we put a very strong statement out because you cannot call me a stranger. As staunch as a Catholic I am, then we do you know, contribute towards the school. But it made a very salient point because after government, now the alumni association I decided for come back and take over the school. Now you see, government not going for do everything. To be honest with you, because government will kind of get a policy they put out there. When it comes to implementation, the resources are not even there for implement them policies but the alumni association then come and say, let's do this. And now we the fet. Now healthy except otherwise, now healthy competition with the plan. So it go good, like we say, let them consider and very much serious and strongly. I remember for this STEM project, this STEM competition and this AI robotics competition, we Edward Swin, we go represent. The chief minister sent me a voice note. He says, send this to your alumni association for me. He said, I'm really impressed about the way una don't come and take over on our school and the things you see from the Minister of Basic Education. He said, please do not keep that voice noted to you. He said, send an alumni association group them for me. So that we did, and it was highly appreciated. That if I'm for you to do work, because like we say, we are partners in development. Any kind of way we look at them, you know. And in conclusion, I have appeal to audience them, you know. I have continue for thank them and I have for appeal for them come back and support the school, support this executive wherever you day, now the world. Support one thing we are going to show off. We will account for every single dime that passes through our hands as executive. School, Well, I know school do that, you know.
We scatter after
yes,
millions.
So we go account for every single dime we pass through our hand. And also, we go make sure we put them into good use. By the time we tenure, they done, now go realize, say, hey, we not always make reference to we. We know they brag about time. We need to talk too much about time. We get for act, you know. So at the appeal that we all come on board and see our best with the support. The best thing will ever happen to this country in the name of St. Edward Secondary School. The regional in where it's at. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. President.
Well, it's been 4 years. 4 years given that honor and opportunity by my fellow Prince Williams. Arguably, I came in as one of the youngest ever to have become president of our association. It's been an honor serving the Prince of Wales School. And special thanks to all Prince Williams, including our diaspora chapters, of which we don't work very closely. And even at this point, I'm not only president for the national chapter here, I'm also the chairman of our Global Leadership Council. We're inclusive of all the diaspora chapters under one umbrella, right? It's been an honor. Right, I can only pray and hope that my successor will get that same kind of support from the membership, and we continue for.
When are you election?
It will be held in July.
Oh, okay.
Right, and we always don't get to very healthy. No, I don't exceed my constitutional limit on the one hand, and secondly, I think
if I change the constitution, what time?
It's not gonna be to the advantage of the Prince of Wales School, because I know get the same energy as I get in the last 4 years, right?
Okay.
So thank you, Prince Williams, and thank you, Liberty Online, for hosting us. And I also just want to say the Confederation of Ex-People's Association, when CPAS, will also hold the AGM and elections on Friday at the Freetown Secondary School for Girls. And we hope people will turn out, and we don't get a very productive 4 years under the leadership of Mrs. America King as the first president. And we also don't go to the point where we don't sign a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Internal Affairs for curb out indiscipline and lawlessness among the school picking them.
All right.
Right. So I wish CPAS all the best, and I hope Friday we'll get a very fruitful elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Who they can talk to now, the first female president for all academicians.
Albert Academy Alumni Association.
Oh, Albert Academy Alumni Association.
No, the only academy in this
The
country.
first female president, they can talk to Let me take this short break. We'll come when they talk to the first female president of Albert Academy.
For the news with the around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Stuff them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. Follow me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. you count on me, you count on me anyhow. You could give the news, give the view, the tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. The human them, God begin executive power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
Welcome back. Of course, we just want to talk to the two schools, St. Cyrils and the Prince of Wales, then president. And now we talk to the academy, the only academy, not the Republic, the Albert Academy, the president, and the first female president for Albert Academy. You know, for me, I go to a school where I go to an academy. We get a lot of history, and for talk to me president, it feels like Khadija for take over the time of be too biased because I have to say all the good things. But it's very good morning. I have to welcome Zainab Atta Bangura now the studio. We're now the first president, female president for Albert Academy Alumni Association. A very good morning.
Well, a very good morning to you, my fellow academician, and excited for Nosi Yun academician. But also, let me just say thank you all for having me here this morning.
All right. To start with one, congratulations for being the first president, female president, and also taking up this mantle where you lead the best school in the country. Congratulations. How you feel first being a president for a school like the Albert Academy? How it feels?
For me, it is it's joy. I'm thrilled. I am honored. But for those that know me, I've been doing this globally for 20 years, serving my alumni from the Washington, D.C. chapter to now Sierra Leone. So my passion for Albert Academy don't stem way back up on the hillside, proud graduating class of 1997. So I love my school, and many of us do.
All right, we'll get so much for can't talk about, but now we look at for Madam Bangura. Many people they don't come, but people don't promise. One for turn the bottom to this, one for pave, one for do this, one for do the science lab, do X, Y, Z. Which are your priority? Which are your plans for the Albert Academy?
Okay, so let me first state publicly that the leadership of the outgoing president, Bismarck Coker, of which I was also the first female vice president, did remarkable job. That legacy has been created. So waiting we can do a continuity of development incorporated by innovation and then restoring our academic excellence back. Because if you go agree with me, I am a graduating class of 1997, and during that period, we sit A levels for us because women then be only allowed for go Albert Academy for 2 years, which is the lower and upper six. So the 10 that way me sit, now the 10 way the junta don't happen, the Johnny Paul time. So motokada not been in a street. It was those people 7. So and I mean they take we.
Anyway, continue.
So okay.
I know I just
But we have women though, quite a lot of them in the executive, then do 6 to academy. So then send them they na the junta them in the take we na the motokade. Go let we go sit na convent. Na convent will be sit. Motoka not been there.
You never see Fatima.
But no, I didn't. But still, we had 40 A's in economics. I am saying this to say we sit on that on that trauma during the 10 in the USA. But then 10 in the we think of commercial, it's Albert Academy. We have the best teachers, like the likes of the late Stephen Kuruma. If they look on a class, you say, I can assure you the Albert Academy is going to have 50 A's in economics. And that's how it will be. So our first priority, our vice president is the dynamic Professor Ezekiel Calvin Duramanilakor. He comes with a lot of experience in the education sector. So as a team, we want for ensure say we restore academic excellence back. But that is a holistic approach. I'm not going to just consider you say we the restore academic excellence back like that. The teachers them, we start from that. You know, we want for try for ensure say then I want to say comfortable that we then go in a classroom, then go able to give them best. That for now we get about, let's say, 18 or more qualified academicians then when our teachers there to another school and then a head of department. We want them to come back. But Obayanda, then they pay them like 6,000 leons a month. So our plan is how do we ensure that they come back? We pay them that money there and then give back to the school. But also ensuring that we have conducive learning environment. Okay. And that stems from the classrooms to the toilet facility. It will interest you to know that the reason why Umande left for Go Albert Academy in 1999, he's smiling because the man don't know why I hear that.
Yeah.
You know, but in 1999, now the ministry advised the school say they then left Umande for Bode because of poor sanitary conditions. Okay. So we plan in 2 years geared towards infrastructure, restoring academic excellence back, and bringing all academicians on board. Because me, Professor Lako, and our executive team cannot do it alone. So we need everybody on board for DUAM, as we did previously. I'm also the first chairperson for the fundraising committee. So as we bring everybody on board, at the same way we want to carry everybody on board. Let's do it together.
Before you come in, we talk to St. Edward's and Prince of Wales, and one of the things I will ask them about the restoration of discipline back, especially under the old people who don't decide for come back and be very active into school activities. If una get Thanksgiving now, you did notice say even the uniform, it can be different. Although the last time on account go to the run, small in this they all red.
Disclaimer: the original coat, yes.
No,
yeah, I just realized.
now we be the tell people that say buy earlier. People not buy earlier.
So allow me to ask my question.
Because now we discredit with school there.
No.
And that committee now me Albert. Now we be in that committee. We tell people that say do pre-order. Then go buy an abacha. And so turn to academician and say.
How you would restore discipline, Zainab?
So the day before, 2 days ago, I go visit the school. My classmates come from the US, Cosmo Mason, who is the treasurer for the Washington DC chapter. And he's very excited. We go into the classroom, them. The students, they all look sharp. But this is what we say to them. I tell them, say, the time when we go Albert Academy, that was the principal now been late, Abraham Sello. Excuse me, but before I can get me tie, I get for land back. If you're not tie and fine, you Sello say, who are you? You'll want to pin your pants. That is the discipline we saw. You come in looking sharp, you go to school, then teach you, you come, you deliver in result. But that has changed. Okay. So what do we ensure we want to do? We want to engage everybody, the students then get within them called, then get them group the anti-violence, say no to drugs. They have those. And before this time, I've been talking to them. So we engage them with the school administration. And it's going to be, and the board, it's going to be a collective approach. Because if I sit here and tell you, say, me one and me executive go able to do that, I'll be lying to you. I don't want to do that. Because I know I'm passing a street, around the street of Freetown, and I see somebody having this tie, and then they call their name. Instantly, that would trigger me. So that discussion where we all they can sit down, we get and say, what is the approach that we use? Within day, of course, within at the school compound, we can assure you that there's discipline. But then when they leave out of the school compound till they get to the hostel, what do we put in place for ensure say that discipline they come back? Because there's only one academy in this country. It's Albert Academy and the rest of them. So we want to ensure say I see Alex shaking his head. It's like,
Now, happiest moment in this way, you academy. Academy get umbrella coats.
So let me say something about that. During the celebrations, we ask everybody for pay ahead of time. And me match, and me been there on the rain, because we had rain, but me on coats no around.
No.
So, but the thing is, Albert Academy.
You buy the right side.
Okay, so Khadija, the thing is, Albert Academy always lead, and when we do, we dey shake the country. So they always want to bring something.
I wish we still get centered what's now, because then they plan out for the 105.
I was listening to that.
Yeah, Richard don't say so much. And listen back to Sule, Prince of Wales. He said the record don't set. No school not able to break them. And you are here saying, now they shake the country.
Khadija, we are AA above all. And the history of our institution and the path where we don't go, it still maintained. I'm not saying there are no challenges. I will not sit there and tell you that. But we did work together, because academicians, they're very passionate for the school. Hey. So we did work together for see how we did bring back that belongs to the hillside.
On a performance during public exams, how you can rate them presently? Because we're not only AA but AA.
But you say what AA?
I'm talking to Zainab.
So Alex,
she's the president.
Okay. It's okay, Alex. She can ask all the questions, and I'm excited that she's doing that. Well, at Sate, you say before this time, it was only Albert Academy on external exam.
So how come when I drop the ball?
Okay, so I'm getting to that point. So there was a time where we had 2 shifts. Okay, and we get 2 shifts, but now we don't go back to 1 shift. Now, we might not be where we want to yet, but we are leading towards Usai we want to go. And hopefully, God willing, inshallah, in 2 years, you invite me back here and we'll be talking something different. But we are having the conversations now, reasons why we want for ensure say our teachers are happy when they teach, and we provide quality environment, conducive environment. Because when me been the go school, I give example to the late Stephen Koroma, because there was a time I thought I was going to be an accountant. I'm an hospitality expert now, but then na accounting and economics I've been do. Then 10 day, where you hear na this country, Stephen Koroma, no teacher, not there across the board, we study economics person, and we're able for disseminate or teach the students then for let them understand, for let them go past. Then 10 day, dancing bendo, now you teach me accounting. To the point, to answer your question, where travel going to the US, where are they undergrad? The accounting way I do na Albert Academy help me a lot. So is the economics. And we hear about accounting then 10 day. No teacher not in the country where it better than dancing bendo. So that is where we're leading towards. But the administration now, they're doing their best. But we also want to collectively ensure that we get back to where we were.
Let we talk a little bit around infrastructure. Where we accented was you be served the past executive as the vice, and we don't give. I look to personalize this interview. The school we don't give already. Now we don't give like contracts for letting do the pavement.
Correct.
This issue about the boarding room for turn them to classroom for renovator. Of course, we talk about hygiene. We talk about the toilet facility. It's been a challenge. How you want to prioritize the areas in there for make you left your own legacy? Say I do this after many years of people that they promise for them.
Okay, so let me start. I believe in footprint. When I start over in Albert Academy, I come in as the first female chairperson, 117. Albert Academy had 0 leons. Okay? So myself, I pull me your money. In the financial section, I'm having DG. We now have what we call the Albert Academy anniversary account. So during that process, that 117, I raised in this country, led a team, raised over 400 million leons. That was what we had as seed money for start the pavement project. And then they asked me for be the vice president. In the beginning, I declined, but then I came on board. And then as the vice president and chairperson, we raised over 2 billion leons and over a little close to $12,000. And I'm also the chairperson, fundraising chairperson. 90% of that money was raised in this country. I want to make that very clear. So now, with the going, 80% of the project is already done. I'm saying that to say the track record, okay? Now, with the going, at a time wherein in the history of Albert Academy, Williams' account is steady, meaning, okay, first time, before I came in, even he was part of Centenary, I was hearing him saying that the highest money they've raised, 70 million. Okay?
No.
Khadija.
70 million.
Before me.
Huh?
So,
A whole academy.
Because nobody gets torn
A
out.
whole academy.
so, but then
No, not
Khadija,
then.
All that's there is billions.
but then Khadija,
when you talk about the Methodist Girls High School.
oh, she was I see where she's going. So, but then Khadija, when I came in, we brought everybody together. We're on the right track. In me, as vice president then, as a financial chairperson for the fundraising committee, we don't do over 2 billion. So keep your ears to see what is going to happen as president
After
of the alumni.
Billions,
Yeah.
no way confusion like the other school.
Well,
No,
we
no.
Where
have
they
put
scatter after they get a billions.
well, we've 80% of that money is already done on the pavement. Okay, but Williams' account still steady. By that I mean, we have over
Billions.
no, we raise over a little over 2 billion. We don't do 80% of the project, so we get enough a steady amount. Now Williams in the history of Albert Academy, and then so now when we go forward to answer your question, in prioritizing that, we first 2 flagship project that we start with. I tell you about infrastructure. So rehabilitating the classrooms. We have 30 classrooms right now. And we are going to roll out what is called adopting a classroom. So I am going to adopt a classroom. Hopefully you think about adopting a classroom. And then we standardize to what it should be, conducive learning environment. And then we give you the credit. Donated by Alex Lawrence Krumah, right? So as I sit here, I can proudly tell you that I think we need more classrooms for adopt, because we don't even roll them out yet. A lot of people have reached out to me, over 20, sign up, I want for adopt a classroom, sign up, I want for adopt a classroom. So that adaptation of the classroom, they take short period. Because at the classroom they do. We don't show you the sample. What we're going to do, I'll do mine first. I'll show everybody what it cost me and what you do. The only thing we'll ask of you is that you're going to be entitled, you're going to go through the Albert Academy technical team, which is a team of Albert Academy engineers, where they always now moving forward from with Bismarck, President Bismarck in term, for supervise this project for free. And Jenna Ford, 9 don't they lead them.
I don't deal with Alex several times while they're in frustration about corporation for let people incorporate. You're executive. How are you going to ensure you bring everybody on board and give them this excitement for come back and get to Albert Academy?
So when we were in the campaign, when I was campaigning, I told them something. If you vote for me for elections, just for election, please don't vote for me. But if you vote for me so that after the elections, you show up to meetings, you will take part in our event, you give back to your school, then vote for me. Because the vote is important, but then we get to move from that point to reality. And now it's reality. We're having our first general meeting. How many people will want to show up? That is where I was listening to the St. Edward's president. I'm like, we're all speaking the same voice. That is where you show up, not on WhatsApp group. And let me also say, our executive is not going to be a WhatsApp governance executive. But if you are paid up, if you are a registered and paid up member, be rest assured that when you come on meetings, our general meetings, you'll have all the information you need. That is the financial statement at the end of every month that will ensure that you see, and that is the happenings of Albert Academy. But I hope that every academicians are willing now to come and join forces. Well, the support they showed us, Professor, myself and Prof, for the elections was massive.
Then we
And
talk
I'm
about
hoping it
bringing
does.
everybody on board again. You election are one we been get some issues. Some camp not be happy talking about irregularities during the elections. And I think you see court case then day right now. We might not speak to that. But the one that we're not happy, you don't extend the olive branch to them.
So let me just walk you through what happened, the process. 95% of academicians are happy. So there was 1,036 registered and eligible members to vote, of which my team had over 950. Simple math. What do you expect? So what had happened was, while I'm a woman, don't forget that, in a male-dominated school, of course you will hear that. And what we invite Sierra Leone into our election. It has always been like that, but this time it was different. So I was busy, our team was busy ensuring that we had registered and eligible members, because that is what matters in election. So you can drag me, but that's okay. You're not going to hear me, but I did do my work. So what I've done in the day of the elections, so I want to make that clear. And it was, let me also thank Dr. Eugene Pratt. The election have been Bambaude. I don't know if people see it. It was open on our grounds. And before you go inside, then they do verification. If you not pay it and waiting, they know they allow you. So it was a free and fair elections. But after elections, these things are normal. Okay. Now on the day of elections, I saw the other gentleman who is my brother. I call all academicians my brother Labe. And I said to him, I said, this is now election. We're academicians. If you win, after this, I'll support you. And I want us to, work together. And even after that, I have, we get victory cookout this Sunday. I have openly invited them to come on board. So I think we will all, we're working that we all come together and move forward.
For me, for AEC with the courts are not done to follow this because of this. But for AEC with court, it sounds a little bit concerned. A situation like that, they even for manager, for making it to that level, because already these old boys, they get in competition. Convent make it, their name and so FSS name. So in Albert Academy, they're always in at the top.
Yeah.
Everybody want for you say then do this negatively. So how you want for kill that particular aspect there?
Okay.
If there's any court action for get them off the court, sit together and let's talk.
Okay, let me say, we are all passionate academicians. Academy get people them we elect in school. Academy don't produce a lot of top legal personalities in this country. In the history of this country, we know Sabi that talk the way they talk so. So
yeah, Mr. Naido, and I am from.
And we've had a free and fair elections, and we call on all academicians to come on board on that. And should that happen, we also have, as an alumni, we have a legal team, and we're headed by an academician, Alphaba. So we will get to any point that we want to, but let this publicly known that Albert Academy always come first. And I, as a president, will not sit down and let anybody drag that institution's name to the gutters. I will not do that, and so is all academicians. So when people have concerns, when people have issues, what we know as academicians is that you raise your concerns, we talk, but let it be legitimate concerns. Let it not be opinionated, or let it not be because na so Alex wanta, na so infobi. There are protocols, there are systems, and there are practices. So I cannot change the system because I want Alex wanta for this. So, okay. So we will engage as academicians, but nobody could put that school
for reach to this level. Anything that we already see, like this whole student association support to the school administration, give facelifts to the schools. But like anything specially about this association, anything like what people need for take things so personal, go this way. I don't serve in a committee, one or two executive, like anything like is it a paid of job or what?
Okay.
A lot of people then go this way.
Let me help you. I've served globally for 20 years. I started in the Washington DC chapter as Secretary General. I served the Washington DC chapter as Social Secretary. I served the Washington DC chapter as Vice President. And in 2009, all the accolades they get, the most treasured one that I have is Alumnus of the Year, okay? Because of waiting I do at Washington DC chapter voluntarily. And in fact, most time you're putting your money. You don't want to know. Let's do that. So when I come here, let me also say, these positions are voluntarily, okay? You're spending your money in many other things, and you're to give money back to your school. In fact, Professor Lack and I, we just don't donate before the election done, 50 million leons towards Vidikando toll gate. But that is to secure, hear me out, that is for security reasons we get, yeah? So you spend your resources because you love your school. You encourage other big one day for put their money because they love their school. But what I think is the passion gets so intense that people personalize it. And I want to use this podium and say, Albert Academy is bigger than me or any other individual.
I wish I the electoral committee for Sabito. I didn't have a gathering before the election, and somebody tell me, say, they cancel this election. They want to turn into college stuff. We need, as president now, we need to reduce the Albert Academy to certain activities, like the way that was talk to me in a public, but say you will not need to attend this EGM for day and all this. Some people don't want to turn this into a club or whatever.
So it was visible. There are videos. Certain things happen. Certain people. Albert Academy is an elite, professional alumni association. College politics need a work day. I said that in the campaign. I will say it again, and I'll continue to say it.
And it be displayed by the election.
It was, but we don't move past standing.
Yeah,
we're moving forward now. I am again extending an olive branch to all the one them we not been support Team Zilak. We not even vote for we. Let them come on board. My win is not Zainab Ataya Bangura. It is for Albert Academy. If 95% of by the way, we won by 97.5%, and it was open. If that amount of people is saying we believe in them, I'm encouraging everybody. Let we come. We disagree, yes, because we in academicians, we passionate about we school. But again, Albert Academy always win, and this is the right time to be in that era. And I start with you, Alex. I'm hoping to see you in next meetings, that you take your alumni more passionately.
Right. Thank you, Zainab.
Let me ask on this one. This is Albert Academy. Lord does something. Lord get small time. I know so I go some side. Lord,
Khadija
you get
Khadija
we
wants
go
to
talk.
Methodist
We go
outside
talk.
school.
They're not able to reach it to that
The
stage.
only high
The problem are levels, you know.
We
levels.
history don't show
Thank
say
you.
we dey produce leaders
Thank you.
not to
Thank
one
you.
time.
Thank you.
With the history shows say we make leaders, we produce leaders.
So the issue about classes.
Yeah.
Now one way so visible at Bar Academy, you get this class of this, you get executive what they run, the class gets executives what they run, they receive I call them yearly subscription in all this. As president now, how you want for like work, maybe people realize it is more better like focus on the national executive than form a class. It's like the class more powerful than the alumni, the national alumni.
Okay, let me start by saying no class group is bigger than the national hub. No class group is more powerful than the national hub. By the national hub, I mean the national chapter. So, for we in Albert Academy, now the class group then our strength. Other schools then they say the decades or what have you. We with class group then our strength. So we want to encourage them to continue to be part of us. However, they are all subjected to the national chapter. Like during the pavement project, most class group then contribute as a class group, and it becomes an healthy competition because this one class group want to give more than income. So we want the class group. And let me also say it was during the leadership of President Bismarck Koka that we get class group. It was a very stiff one because as you say now, as we move along, some class group want to say, oh, I'm more powerful. No. No class group is bigger than the national chapter. And there are modalities that we're putting in place wherein we ensure that every class group goes through the national chapter and we all work collaboratively. But we want them. We definitely want them.
Thank
No,
you.
Khadija wants
you still need one more.
No.
National politics. I just have this one. No way they can go.
No.
Just this one more now. Give bonus. We don't begin each club activities link them to national election, and we see national politics which don't cause now Boku institution them. How you executive get formation say work strongly for make Albert Academy activities they not align them to national politics begin say, for example, thank God this one a club where or no where to my say this candidate now if it's this candidate say people don't know reach to that level. How you want formation like what you say the focus will be Albert Academy and nothing else.
This is a good one. Well, because we make leaders, Albert Academy, they always, in any government, we are always represented. But we have never, the alumni, we are not going to, we need to make them political. But our academicians that are politicians, the national alumni is their safe haven. This is where they will come and enjoy, reminisce about their school, and we appreciate them, but we will not let it go political because on both aisle, we always represent because we make leaders.
All right, Khadija go school, so we're not gonna allow that the academician then talk too much. So let's allow her get in time. I think we'll end there. I'll come the next meeting. Let me say again.
Somebody say, Amaya Mana say we know say na somebody been send the rain per we just for disgrace we, but go get a right this time. So I know they talk to school when they get rumbele coats.
Nothing. I fix to in there.
Yes.
So student they outside won't go to school and not we get admission number. Now student left now, so then they be if you check them.
All right, thank you, Zainab. It's been an interesting morning. Sometimes it's just fine for get the old pupils that were attend the school for reminiscence on some of the things that were happen during the school term. And it's quite interesting how old people they don't become so interested down in their schools. You see them they mobilize, raise funds just for develop the school. I just wish this kind of cordiality will continue even to national level. Now be a pleasure for get you this morning. Can't talk about your tenure, your leadership. Will they watch you? All until you don't talk. We will take stock of them, and with time we will come back and see how you're able to deliver them. That'll be a pleasure for get you. Many thanks to also the old Edwardian and Prince of Wales who joined with this morning, and so now they up for watch, sending you comments. One for say many thanks. Now then, this edition of the Breakfast Show, many thanks to Musa Saokoma. We give you technical support. Mina Khadija Bangua, they say enjoy the rest of the holiday.
Mina Alex Lawrence Kuma, they wish you a blessed day.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.